What's up guys, D-Libs here. Today we're going to be doing a complete defensive setup guide on Kanal. I'll basically be going over every operator that you need for second floor radar server room, as well as the basement supply room kayaks, because those are the two main objectives here on this map. I'll show all 5 operators that you need for each objective, and then I'll show what you need to do respectively with each operator. So we're going to start out here on second floor. I'll show on screen now all 5 operators that you're going to need, and we'll be starting out with Valkyrie. So as Valk, you're going to want to make sure you cover up all 3 of the main attack points for the attackers, of course. So you're going to want to place one of your cams on red stairs. It doesn't have to be there, but somewhere on red stairs so that you can be able to watch that. Your second cam is going to go somewhere on green stairs as well. Like I said, it doesn't really matter the placements. We're just trying to get all of these things covered up. And then I'll place my last cam over here in Skybridge, like so. So pretty much what we're working with here, we have Skybridge covered up. We're able to see these stairs as well. We got green stairs covered and then red stairs covered as well. Now as Valk, since you have all of these stairways covered up, I like to go and sit somewhere downstairs on first floor. It doesn't have to be in radio room specifically, but this is where I'll normally sit. You won't normally see anybody coming in from this barricade or anything, so you can pretty safely sit here. You're not a roamer, you're just sort of a lurker, so you can be checking your cams pretty safely in this room. You see someone's coming up red, you go over, rotate to red. You see someone's coming up green, you do the same, and then of course the same thing with Skybridge. It's just all about rotating. Like I said, you're not really a roamer, you're more so just lurking around. So you're staying pretty close to objective, you're not doing anything too crazy, and then if your other anchors need you, you just rotate right back to objective. The second operator we're going to have is Cade. Now Cade's going to want to reinforce these 2 main walls over here, and you're just going to want to reinforce the right side of the wall here on the side of a pillbox. You can use your electro claw, make sure you get all 3 of these. We're going to come back to this. We're just going to make some feet holes later on in this setup. So we have all 3 of those reinforcements done over there, and now we're going to want to reinforce this wall over here in server. And then once you're done that, you can go ahead and place your last electro claw on that wall as well. Now as Cade, you're of course going to be the anchor, or at least one of them. I think it's probably best to sit around in this area on this side of the map. So far we have Valk lurking around, rotating around up the stairs when she needs to, and we have Cade anchoring down in radar room. Our third operator here is going to be Castle. Castle's first barricade is going to go in control room. We get this window that seems to be a pretty common spot that attackers will break through, and then they'll have a pretty long line of sight into the objective, so that's an important one to get. I'll also get the one in printer room over here, so that's where our second one's going, and now we'll move over to this side. Third castle goes in a closet over here, this little side door, and then we'll place our 5th one right here, right in front of the red wall here. So we'll place our 5th one like this. If you recall, we also have the Cade electro clawing this wall as well, so we're really holding down this side of the map. So that's all of Castle's barricades. I like to place my 2 proximity alarms on 2 of the stairs here, so red stairs and then green stairs as well. Covers like the 2 main spots. If somebody's coming in from Skybridge over here, you're gonna hear them. It's gonna take a little bit longer for them to come up those stairs and then push in, compared to where if they're at the top of green or red stairs, they're already like right here. So it's probably good to have the proximity alarms on these 2 stairs rather than Skybridge stairs. Now our 4th operator here is going to be Oryx. So if you recall, this wall is reinforced, so you can make little footholes at the bottom of this wall here on the left side. Then you're going to make sure you have barbed wire equipped and not the proximity alarms. I'll place my first barbed wire on the top part of red stairs, and my second one will go on top of green stairs as well, like so. And then pretty much as Oryx, you're going to be the main roamer. Before you roam, you should probably make a little jump hole on this side of the wall. This is just so that you can rotate right on through without any problems. Now for Oryx, like I said, you are the roamer, so Valk is going to be the lurker. She's kind of just staying around all of the stairs, and then she's going to be getting back to objective as soon as she's needed. Oryx, you're really going to be the one that is roaming around the map for the entirety of the round, unless something dire happens and you need to get back into objective. But yeah, you have pretty much free reign as Oryx. You can do as you please. You can get a little bit aggressive if you need to, because ideally you won't be needed back into objective. And that's pretty much everything for Oryx. Now let's get into our 5th and final operator. Our 5th and final operator is Smoke. We're going to need some anti-entry on this objective, so that's where we're going here. Now we have 2 more barbed wire set up, so I have Oryx handle the red and green stairs over there. I'll place one of my barbed wire right here, and I'll put my second one over here just in case they are able to breach through here. So as Smoke, we do have the Cade sitting in here in radar room, so I like to be able to anchor down in server. You're going to want to make sure you use your smoke canisters whenever you need to, whenever there's someone pushing up on you, or you need to cut off one part of the objective, one part of the map, whatever it may be. But yeah, you're anti-entry, you're slowing them down, you're giving call outs to the Oryx so the Oryx can come push while you're distracting them, throwing your smoke canisters. So that's really the whole entire objective for Smoke. So it just is another little rundown here. So we have Cade anchoring down in radar room over here. He's going to reinforce this stuff and electro claw it off, and of course also that wall over there. Valkyrie 3 is going to be sitting downstairs, lurking. She's going to cover up all of the stairs. We have Castle, making sure he gets all of the main windows, all castle barricaded off. Oryx is going to be roaming around, and then Smoke is going to be anchoring down here in server. Now let's move on to basement. So I'm going to show the 5 operators that you're going to need for basement on screen now, starting off with Mozzie. So Mozzie's going to be our intel guy, of course, with his pests, and then he's also going to be our roamer. So I'll normally place my first pest somewhere around here in trench. I'll get my second one on the main white stairs, then we'll place our third one on yellow stairs way back here. Like I said, you are the Mozzie roamer, so you're going to be roaming around first floor, maybe second floor as well if you need to rotate, but of course reception's like the main spot that the attackers will push in from when they're trying to get vertical control. So as Mozzie, your main goal is to cut off vertical. So also while you're up here, you should be reinforcing this hatch. Of course, that's a main part of the vertical control. But not only that, you're also going to want to make sure you kill any attackers, or at least do some damage, slow them down if they do try to push in through here and they do try to take vertical of the objective. Second operator here is going to be Pulse, specifically Pulse Shotgun if you can. Now Pulse is going to actually be staying downstairs, because if you didn't know, this is all soft floor. Actually, you should know because I just told you about how Mozzie's going to be denying the vertical upstairs. But Pulse is basically going to be doing the same thing, except doing it from the comfort of the objective. Mozzie's basically just going to be holding it down from upstairs. As Pulse, we're going to be down here, and we're going to be able to cut them off from under here with our shotgun, with our C4. So you're basically going to be attacking the attackers vertically from the objective. So of course, when you don't have to, you shouldn't make holes in the ceiling, because then they can of course use it. But if, you know, of course you're having comms with the Mozzie needs your help, you know, there's someone, you know, front side of reception, then you're able to get them quickly, help them out a little bit. Now as Pulse, since you're not really going to be doing much during the round, or during the preparation phase rather, you can go ahead and reinforce all of the main walls here just to get them out of the way. So of course we have trench wall, and then probably the Kayaks wall as well, and those are all of the main ones. And since you have a shotgun, you can also make the rotate holes, so go ahead and do that between the 2 objectives. And then while you're at it with the shotgun, you can go ahead and make this little row of holes at the top here, and what you can see from back here, you can actually see the bottom of the steps, so you can deny the attackers from being able to come down before they even see you. Our third operator is going to be Mute. Down here there's a lot of like really easy drone spots that are just super accessible for the attackers, so it's good to have Mute on this objective. You're going to want to place one of your Mute jammers back here and diving on this little, you know, drone hole. I'll place my second one in the back of trench here, and then there's this other drone hole and diving as well, so we'll make sure to cover this one up. And then you should have one last Mute jammer. So we reinforced this wall with Pulse, I think, so you can go ahead and place your Mute jammer on this. Of course this would be reinforced in reality throughout the round, so, and then if you really want to, you could also place it at any of the doorways instead if you think that's more important. You just kind of have a leftover one that you can throw around anywhere. It doesn't hurt to have, of course. Now our fourth operator is going to be Doc. You need to have some heals, you need to have a little bit of support here on every single objective. But with Doc, you can also get the bulletproof cam. So I'll normally place mine over here in lockers right up against this, you know, barricade right here. This is just a pretty common spot that attackers will break through from, so having eyes on this at all times helps out a little bit. Now as Doc, you're of course going to be anchoring, so just pretty much holding down the objective. You'll pretty much have Pulse roaming over here in supply room, so I mean you can hold down Kayaks if you really wanted to, but there's not really anything strict about it. But that's everything for Doc. Now we're going to get into our fifth and final operator, who's going to be holding down showers and lockers. Kapkan, of course. So of course it's a little bit debatable on where you have to place your entry denials, but I'll definitely place one back here in trench. Then we'll go upstairs, and I'll place my second one over here on reception door, help out our Mozzie a little bit who's holding it down up here. I'll definitely put my third one on the diving window over on this side, and then our fourth and fifth ones we'll probably just place on the objective doors just in case. So one there, and then our fifth one over here. Boom. So that's everything for the placements for Kapkan. Now as Kapkan, you're going to be holding down all of bathrooms, showers, lockers, whatever, basically because it's just it's a necessity to have someone holding this all down. It's such a easy spot for attackers to be able to run in from trench or run in from lockers over there, and then they can just have this all controlled, and then they're basically an objective at that point. Probably best to stay on this side since you do have the camera over there and you don't have a camera on this side. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that Kapkan is doing. And that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and press the playlist, it's on screen now, for more Rainbow Six Siege tips and tricks, map callouts, other site setups, spawn peaks, funny moments, pretty much anything Rainbow Six Siege related. I probably have a video on it. But besides for that, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.